Hi everyone, it's Kristen here. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I'm not sure what time it is where you guys live. I live in the north, so I'm usually 2 hours behind. Well, I guess it depends. I'm mountain time. So if you're living in Toronto, where I'm actually from, you would be 2 hours ahead of me. But, anyways, good morning, good afternoon, perhaps good night. Um, I kind of wanted to just make a video about some of the stuff I've been seeing online in regards to productivity, especially during the pandemic. And I guess it's based on the fact that we live in such a rushed, busy society or world where we're valued for being productive and getting things done. And it's kind of almost like the more you do, the more people praise you. And there's a lot of people that are constantly like pushing it. And while it worked when everything was going on and the world was moving and we had all these different processes and systems in place that were really working seamlessly together, now when it seems that the world has kind of just like stopped on a standstill and just completely paused, we're in a different situation. And this is more of a time of pause than a time of like busyness, in my opinion. I mean, I think that there's a lot going on in this world right now with people's emotions and feelings, which is why I'm saying that this is really a standstill and there's a lot of uncertainty. The structure that people are used to, the routine has changed, and now we have to develop new routines. So when I'm seeing all these comments and posts about, well, you need to learn a new language and you need to be super productive, and if you don't do any of these things, then that means you wasted your time. I think that it's a little bit insensitive and unrealistic because right now the world essentially is dealing with a pandemic. And for most of us, we've never really had to deal with anything like this. So we're still trying to even learn how to like process this. Our brains are trying to figure out, oh my God, what do I do? Like, how do I figure it out? A lot of people for the first time are working from home that have never done it. That's a new structure, right? That's a new system and routine people have to develop. So I think that there's a lot that people are kind of placing on each other, like this extra pressure, when there's already so much pressure and stress right now because so much uncertainty is happening. And if you're a type A personality and you love structure and you love like routine and everything being perfect and having control, well, hey, there is no control in a pandemic. Like, this is literally, you cannot plan. Like, you can only plan very small things, which is maybe like what you're going to have for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, what you're going to try to do within your household. Like, there's not a lot more that you can plan. And it is a tough time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're not able to be the most productive person during this time, during this pandemic, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're wasting time, that you're not doing anything with yourself. You're still trying to process everything that's going on. You're just trying to get by and you're trying to survive. I live in the Northwest Territories, and we often say, well, I won't say we often because I think it's like, I don't want to speak for everyone, but, when I talk to some of my friends, we'll talk about how tough it is when there's, it's really cold and extreme weather. It's really dark, and we feel like we're trying to survive sometimes. It's very isolated. So right now, I think that the world is in this situation where we're all trying to survive and get by and figure out what's happening. And I think that usually when you need to survive, a lot of the time you have to take care of yourself, right? Like for me, taking care of my mental health, especially while living in the North, has been important. So I think during this time, the focus should be your mental health. It should be about taking care of yourself and really making sure that you are healthy, right? Reflect. Like, even if you don't come out of this with a new language, this is a time for you to think, to reflect, to take care of yourself, to take care of the people in your household, to connect with people that you haven't been able to connect with on the phone, on a webcam, or whatever source or means you have available. But it doesn't mean that you have to be the most productive person in the world. And don't feel bad about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. And just know that it's okay to feel bad. It's okay to have down days. This is a very strange time we're in right now. And, just focus on yourself and taking one day at a time. So I hope that makes sense, what I'm trying to get at. I just wanted to comment on it because I know that there are people that are just really proactive, and that's amazing. And then I know there are people that are down and really trying to figure out what to do. Um, and like, we all have our ups and downs. And I think it's just being honest that we're humans and we're going to feel a certain way sometimes. So, anyways, I hope that was helpful. And I we'll continue making more content. Maybe some content about the North soon, because I think that that's something I wanted to do as well. And of course, more positive videos. So have a wonderful day, guys. Stay positive as much as you can during this time. It's tough, but take care of your mental well-being. Really just take care of yourself, and a lot of me time too. I know that sounds kind of weird, but just take care of yourself as much as you can, because you need to be able to you need to be healthy, and you need to be okay to be able to get through this time. It's going to be tough, right? And as I mentioned, if you have any comments, questions, you can comment below. I'm all ears. Bye.